Coming up on the News at Rider, the Great Debate, seniors are getting ready to graduate in a few weeks, and Greek Week is finally underway. Welcome to the News at Rider. I'm Katie LaCourte. Rider University reached out to Virginia Tech with sympathy and care following the tragedy that occurred on its campus on April 16th. The Student Government Association held a banner signing on the Lawrenceville and Princeton campuses on Wednesday and Thursday, April 18th and 19th, for campus community members to express their sorrow and support. The SGA will send the banners to the Virginia Tech community. Rider's counseling and campus ministries are available for students, faculty, and staff who feel anguished by the devastating events in Virginia. Rider's Greek Pan-Hellenic Council contacted the Greek community on the Virginia Tech campus with deep-felt sympathy. Virginia Tech expressed an outpouring of thanks and requests that Rider's campus wear VTech school colors of maroon and orange in remembrance. Rider had its own scare this past week when false rumors of a gunman on campus spread rampant, even reaching national media outlets. The rumor was quickly deemed false by campus public safety and Lawrenceville police. Emails and phone messages were quickly sent. Flyers were posted on most buildings around campus. Rider assures its students that they are prepared for tragic events. Following September 11, 2001, Rider University revisited its crisis management plan and developed a model emergency response plan that includes a capable and effective crisis management team. Since the Virginia Tech tragedy, the university has increased the number and frequency of campus patrols by our Public Safety Department in association with regular and ongoing patrols by Lawrence Township Police. The university has also 38 cameras on its 2 campuses and will soon install 40 additional blue light emergency phones at the Lawrenceville and Princeton locations. The university is also evaluating its capability to better communicate instantaneously with all members of the university community via voicemail, cell phones, text and instant messaging, and PDAs in the event of a serious incident. Security procedures are overseen on a daily basis by Director Vicki Weaver. Under Director Weaver's leadership, Rider adopted a model emergency response plan in 2001, including an effective crisis management team. This emergency plan has involved regular training sessions for management staff. Detailed emergency procedures are available on the website in the top navigation bar and quick links and at the back of the campus directory. Terry McAuliffe, immediate past chair of the Democratic National Committee and chair of the Hillary Clinton for President Committee, and Ed Gillespie, immediate past chair of the Republican National Committee, participated in what Rider called the Great Debate last Thursday. Our own Nicholas Balassi was at the event and sat down with both political figures after the debate.
After rather long introductions, a panel of students questioned the former party leaders on a variety of issues.
But we paid a price for the ethics violations of a lot of our Republican House members, and that's understandable. We also, I think, gave up a very important attribute of the Republican Party, which is fiscal discipline. A lot of voters in the last election, especially those independents who broke against us 3-2 at the end of the campaign, determined that the Republican Congress was not being good fiscal stewards.
I'm going to say, listen, I'm a chairman of a presidential campaign. I'm going to speak about Hillary. I will, in the same rule I had when I was chairman of the party, I never speak ill of a fellow Democrat. So I agree with that on our side. I think they're all very qualified. As I said in the beginning, I think probably, in no disrespect to any other fields that we have had, I think this 08 field collectively is the best total field that we've put together. And listen, people want results. They want health insurance. They want more disposable income. They want to see this issue in Iraq resolved. And I think any one of the Democrats is going to do that. And I think if Democrats and Republicans can get there to do it, the country's better off for it.
After the event, I spoke with the former party leaders about the current debate over the war in Iraq.
And what is your reaction to a lot of people saying they're losing some faith in Democrats, thinking that they would have made more progress on their 100 hours at this point?
Well, in the first 100 hours, they did every single thing they said they would do, from raising the minimum wage to implementing the 9/11 Commission report and to reducing the student loan interest in half. They did all of that in the first 100 hours. So she accomplished everything Nancy laid out that we did in the campaign. We've had power now for a couple months. Obviously, some very important issues being dealt with. Obviously, the issue with the war in Iraq.
Do you take into consideration with that current argument that the bill was actually different then the conditions changed, in other words. Is that something that you take into consideration when you hear people saying that, oh, well, this person voted for the war, this person voted for war? Do you take into consideration it was different?
Of course, you have to. The intelligence turned out to be wrong. We've done a number of things to try to improve our intelligence gathering process to make sure that doesn't happen again in the future. But the fact is the world better off with Saddam Hussein out of power in Iraq or in power in Iraq? I think out of power in Iraq is the right answer. And what are we going to do now going forward to make sure that Iraq is a stable country in the heart of the Middle East that is an ally in the war on terror and not an enemy in the war on terror?
Rider University President Mordecai Rosansky has taken a leadership role on behalf of Rider University on the issue of global warming, one of the defining challenges of the 21st century, by joining the American College and University President's Climate Commitment Initiative. As a signatory to this National Climate Commitment Initiative, President Rosansky has committed Rider to participate in the development of a long-range plan for institutions of higher learning that will reduce and ultimately neutralize greenhouse gas emissions on the nation's campuses, and to accelerate research and educational efforts to equip society to restabilize the Earth's climate. The commitment has gained extraordinary momentum in the academic community. More than 160 presidents of U.S. colleges and universities have signed the commitment and are joining the first collective effort by any major sector of society to set a long-term goal of climate neutrality. The Cali March took place this past Monday in remembrance of Gary de Vercelli. The walk began at 5 p.m. in front of Moore Library. Students were asked to donate $10 to go toward the scholarship fund in Gary's name. If you would still like to donate, please contact Stephen Klemchuk at 908-399-7433. The campus community is invited to attend a town hall meeting hosted by President Rosansky on Thursday, April 26th from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The meeting will take place in the Cavallo Room in the Bart Luedeke Center on the Lawrenceville campus and will be broadcast live at Westminster and Talbot Library, Room 1. The meeting will serve to update the community on a variety of issues, including strategic plan implementation, enrollment management, fundraising, facilities, and Middle States accreditation. The Rider University College of Business Administration earned the strong national endorsement when it received notice of continued accreditation for its undergraduate and graduate business and accounting programs from the AACSB International, the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business. Rider is now the only institution in New Jersey to hold this specialized international accounting accreditation and one of only 11 in the Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey region. Overall, only 442 member institutions in the world hold AACSB International accreditation for both undergraduate and graduate programs, of which 167 have additional specialized accreditation for their accounting programs. Fewer than 10% of the world's business schools have achieved business and accounting accreditation from the AACSB. The second annual Forensic Accounting and Technology Conference will take place on Monday, May 7th in the Bart Luedeke Center and will feature topics such as fraud investigation, the auditing expectation gap, forensic accounting technology, accounting litigation support, and data mining tools and techniques. Sponsored by Rider's Center for Business Forensics, the day-long conference will feature experts from industry, law enforcement, and the Internal Revenue Service discussing the key issues in the respective fields. The conference is specifically for accountants in business, industry, and academia, forensic accountants and attorneys, internal and independent auditors, and technologists involved with security and investigation. For further information about the conference, contact Dr. Amado at 609-896-5254 or amado@rider.edu, or contact Dr. Larry Prober, Professor of Accounting at 609-895-5525 or prober@rider.edu. Although many Rider seniors have placed graduation in the back of their minds, commencement is only 2 weeks away. I was able to talk to senior students on their thoughts about graduating and their feelings about finally stepping out into the real world.
Personally, I'm not that excited about graduation. I'm a little bit sad. If I could have it my way, I would stay at Rider forever, so I'm not really happy about graduating.
I'm seriously really sad about graduating. Like, every time I think about it, I want to puke. Like throw up. Seriously, like, I've cried like so many times, like having last nights with our friends. Tonight's my last class ever of college. It's just really sad.
I'm a little nervous to graduate because it seems like everyone's got these big plans after graduation, and I'm still kind of getting my resumes out there and still trying to make contacts. And I know it's something I should have done earlier, but a little late start on that. I had a lot of work to do.
I'm excited. I cannot wait to graduate. It's going to be a huge load off, I think. I'm looking forward to going on a trip to Europe right afterward. So I'm like really, really excited. And after that, I guess it's grad school here at Rider. So that should be fun. But I'm really looking forward to graduation. I'm not going to be sad at all.
This year, Rider University will conduct 2 ceremonies as part of its Lawrenceville commencement. One for continuing studies and graduate students on Thursday, May 10th at 5:30 p.m., and the other for undergraduate students on Friday, May 11th at 9:30 a.m. Both will be held on the campus green, weather permitting. Westminster Choir College will celebrate its commencement on Saturday, May 12th at 9:30 a.m. in the Princeton University Chapel. As in previous years, distinguished honorees and speakers will be featured at each ceremony. At the 5:30 p.m. ceremony on Thursday, Dr. James Beyer, headmaster of the Hun School of Princeton for 13 years, will receive an honorary Doctor of Humanities degree. At the 9:30 a.m. ceremony on Friday, Professor Wen Ji, president and co-founder of Sandhya University in Shanghai, China, will receive an honorary Doctor of Humanities degree. The Westminster ceremony will feature the presentation of an honorary Doctor of Music degree to Donald E. Allored, founder of the Westminster Concert Bell Choir. Westminster alumnus Ron Carroll of 56 will deliver this year's commencement address. The Senior Ball took place this past Friday, April 20th from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. at Celebrations in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. The seniors and their guests had a wonderful time and thought it was a great way to celebrate their years spent at Rider. Westminster Choir College students will be treated to an afternoon of food and entertainment on Saturday, May 5th from noon to 5 p.m. on the Great Plains at the Westminster campus. Activities will include music, inflatable rides such as Adrenaline Rush and Twister, and mechanical bull rides. Participants can also dress up for vintage photos and play laser tag at approximately 8 p.m. For more information, call Melissa Dennis at 609-921-7100, extension 8264. The senior banquet for Westminster Choir College will take place on Wednesday, May 9th from 7 to 11 p.m. at Bridgewater Manor. Tickets are sold out. All seniors are invited to participate in Senior Last Call, previously called Senior Week this year. The cost is $200, which includes a $100 deposit and a $100 activity fee. The fun will start Wednesday, May 9th and will continue through Friday, May 11th. Events include dinner at Amalfi's in Lawrenceville, a trip to bar Anticipation, a barbecue, and last call in the pub. Registration is on a first-come, first-served basis. The only opportunity to sign up for Senior Last Call will be at the senior send-off, was Wednesday, April 11th. The year is quickly coming to a close, but there are still many events in the works for Rider's campus. This Friday, April 27th, will be one of the last Bronc buffets held country-style in Daly's Dining Hall from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. The buffet will feature events such as a mechanical bull and plenty of country music to enjoy, provided by 92.5 WXTU. Rider's SEC hosted its first outdoor movie of the season this past Sunday night. Students enjoyed Jurassic Park and free popcorn at 9 p.m. on the campus mall. SEC shows a film each week. This week's film will be Children of Men. For more information, log on to www.rider.edu/SEC. Alpha Xi Delta hosted a carnival for the children of Homefront. Kelly Dixon has the story.
Thanks, Katie. I'm here on the lawn in front of Alpha Xi Delta, where the sisters hosted a carnival for the children of Homefront. Most of the games and activities were donated from various vendors. All other funds needed were raised at the AZD volleyball tournament for Homefront. President Krista Fink described for us the Homefront organization.
Today we brought kids from Homefront, which Homefront's an organization in the Mercer County area. It provides temporary emergency housing for families who don't have availability housing, who either lost their jobs or the like, and also provides all services like tutoring, programs, self-help programs for mothers, families, fathers, people who can't get off their feet by themselves. And so I work with the kids of Homefront for Bonner and Rider Community Scholars, and we brought them here today because we usually work with them in Trenton and Ewing, and it's good for them to get out of those environments and come here where it's not a school environment, they're not working, they're not trying to just get a meal, they're having a good time.
This is not the only work that Alpha Xi Delta does for its philanthropy.
We had it 2 years ago, and the seniors really wanted to have it again, and me stepping up to the philanthropy position, I really wanted to have it. I was very excited about it. We worked really hard on it, and 2 years ago it was just a great event. The kids loved it, and as you can see here today, the kids love it again. They're all smiles. They're all happy to be here winning prizes and eating food and basically just playing around with the sisters.
Some feel that events like these help to strengthen their sisterhood.
It helps out the sisters a lot because we get a chance to work with younger kids, and it gives us a chance to help with our philanthropy, and it supports our philanthropy, and just to see these children away from where they are and just have a good time with them.
The children were able to exchange their tickets for some exciting prizes before heading back to Homefront.
The Alpha Psi Delta Carnival was definitely a success, and all of the children seem to be looking forward to next year's event. From the lawn in front of Alpha Psi Delta, I'm Kelly Dixon, Channel 20, News at Rider.
Thanks, Kelly. If you're interested in volunteering for the children of Homefront, you can contact any sister of Alpha Psi Delta. Just a final reminder to students that classes have been filling up for a few weeks now, so you've not yet made or finished your class schedule for fall 2007 semester. You need to visit your advisor for greenlighting, and then you can create your schedule online under the My Info section on the Rider website, or by stopping in at the registrar's office. The schedules for final exams may be found by logging on to www.rider.edu. Exams will begin on Monday, April 30th and continue through May 8th. We would like to wish all of Rider students good luck. If you're interested in becoming a Bronc Buddy for fall 2007, you can visit www.rider.edu/housing and fill out an application by July 20th. Bronc Buddies help new residents move into their assigned residence halls, escort new students to opening weekend events, and facilitate various activities for the new students. The second annual Poida Stock was held on Friday, April 20th on the Poida lawn. Our own Sean Rainey was there to catch all of the excitement.
What a better way to kick off the weekend than hanging out with friends, eating hot food from the grill, or playing a game of volleyball. All this happened during Poida Stock this past weekend. Unlike last year's Poida Stock, this year's was a much bigger success, mainly due to the warm, sunny weather we had. The idea behind Poida Stock came from old Rider yearbooks, where there was a picture of a band playing on a wooden stage in front of Poida. Now 2 years later, this is becoming a springtime tradition. Besides the great time you enjoy with your friends and the hot delicious food, students can also engage in making tie-dye t-shirts. I also asked some students what brought them out today and what could happen next year to make this event even more popular.
Well, I live in Poida, and my RA told me about it. She said it was going to be a fun time, so me and my friends came. So it's kind of cool that people from across campus came to Poida, because it's kind of far if you got people to come here.
Flyers, like, here come my friend Cecilia. We live in the same building. I live in Poida, actually, so I seen a lot of the flyers, and I was like, I should come out and support where I live at, you know.
Any improvements you think they can make to this, make it even bigger next year?
I mean, probably more advertisement, you know, probably advertise everywhere, the BLC, the SRC.
Oh, also have more t-shirts available for others?
Yeah, because when I came here, she said that they were going in like 10 and 15 minutes. And when I came here, it wasn't 150 people here. So I think they should definitely have more t-shirts.
This has been Sean Rainey, Channel 20, News at Rider.
If you are interested in helping with next year's Poida Stock, please contact any Poida RA. Rider is proud of every one of its students and staff, some of who were recognized recently. Father Bruno Ugliano, Rider Catholic chaplain, was recently honored at the second annual Mill Hill Foundation annual dinner dance on March 17th. He was recognized for the energy and concern he has shown over the past 11 years to the Trenton-based foundation and its staff. Karen Torsha, Associate Director of Athletics for Marketing and Development, is this year's recipient of the university's prestigious Nancy Gray Award. Torsha was presented the award April 12th during Rider's 13th annual University Day festivities. The award, named for Nancy Gray, former Vice President for Development and University Relations, honors a member of the faculty or staff who exemplifies campus leadership, involvement, school pride or spirit, and community service. Torsha plays an integral part in the life of the Rider community in many other ways as well. Over the years, she has served as a mentor to students and offered internships to them, providing real-life, hands-on experiences in the field of marketing and event promotions. She's a freshman seminar leader and frequently checks up on her students throughout their Rider careers and beyond. Her commitment to others has led her to serve as a member of the Community Standards Board, advisor to Zeta Beta Tau Fraternity, a member of the National Girls and Women in Sports Day Committee, the University Day Committee, and SLICE, Student Life Involvement Committee, the Student Life Strategic Planning Subcommittee, the Emerging Leaders Program, and Inauguration Committee, just to name a few. At Rider University's Gender Studies Colloquium on April 12th, Dr. Kelly Noonan, Associate Professor of Economics, and Ellen Thompson, a sophomore journalism major, received Gender Studies Awards, lauding their commitment to improve the status of women. Dr. Noonan, recipient of the Sadie Ziegler Bernice G. Award, was honored for his extensive research on women's economic issues. The award has been presented annually since 1986. Thompson, recipient of the Dr. Virginia J. Cyrus Scholarship in Gender Studies, was recognized for her campus activism in support of women. The total award amount will be granted this summer. Lip Sync kicked off Greek Week this past Thursday. Brian Persons was there to catch all the action.
The kickoff for Greek Week was lip sync. Each fraternity and sorority used their creativity to try to win over the judges. This year's competition was fierce, with each one of the organizations strutting their best stuff onto the stage. After the lip sync was over, each fraternity was judged. Sigma Phi Epsilon and Tau Kappa Epsilon were tied for third, Zeta Beta Tau came in second, and Alpha Epsilon Pi came in first. As for the sororities, Delta Phi Epsilon came in fourth, Phi Sigma Sigma came in third, Alpha Xi Delta came in second, and ZTA came home with the victory in first place. Greek Week officially started Monday, April 23rd, and will be continuing through the 27th. This has been Brian Persons for the News at Rider.
As soon as the lip sync is over, the preparation for next year's performance begins. Stay tuned for more updates from Greek life. The Westminster campus was very busy this past weekend. One of their composers presented an open workshop with the Westminster Choir and the Westminster William Voices on Friday, April 20th from 4:30 to 6 p.m. in the Bristol Chapel on Westminster campus. The composer created Cantium Calamitous Maritime, which Westminster William Voices will perform at their concert on April 28th. Westminster Cantory, conducted by Andrew Megill, presented El Siglo de Oro, which means the Golden Age, on Friday, April 20th at 8 p.m. The program featured sacred music by three great Spanish Renaissance masters, as well as Villancia's Christmas carols from Spain and the New World. The repertoire included Victoria's Missa Guademes, Guerrero's Motets and Villancios, and Morales' Jubilate Deo. You may find out about other performances coming up by calling the Westminster box office at 609-921-2663. As part of the Spring 2007 Visiting Artist Series, pianist Paul Barnes, associate professor and co-chair piano at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, presented a master class this past Friday in Williamson Hall on the Westminster campus. The class featured students of Westminster's piano faculty. Barnes also gave a pre-concert lecture on Saturday, followed by a recital where he performed works by Glass and Barber. All Visiting Artist Series events are free and open to the public. You can check for more events by logging on to www.rider.edu. The Rider Fine Arts Department concluded its performances of Wendy Wasserstein's The Heidi Chronicles, directed by Ray Ann Banker, this past Friday and Saturday in the Yvonne Theater in the Fine Arts Building on the Lawrenceville campus. The play has been hailed as an enlightened portrait of a generation that charts the 1965 to the present experiences of a feminist art historian and her friends and lovers. The cast saw a great turnout. You can inquire about other performances by calling the box office in Lawrenceville at 609-896-5303. Composed of Rider University students, the Rider Band, joined by the renowned Blauenberg Band, and the Rider Choir presented a concert this past Monday in the Yvonne Theater in the Fine Arts Building in the Lawrenceville campus. This is a wonderful conducting was done by Jerry Reif of the Rider Band and Craig Tipton of the Rider Choir. The Bristol Chapel on the Westminster campus will be hosting many events during the upcoming week. The Westminster Jubilee Singers, conducted by J. Donald Dumpson, will present a spring concert entitled Together in Peace this Friday, April 27th at 8 p.m. The program will feature the music for which this lively and popular ensemble has become known. The music from the African American experience, including spirituals, hymns, and gospels. Westminster Williamson Voices, conducted by James Jordan, will present a concert on Saturday, April 28th at 8 p.m. in Bristol Chapel on the Westminster campus, entitled Music for the Challenged Spirit. The repertoire includes the North American premiere of Annelies, the Anne Frank Ontario by James Whitbourne, Cantium Calamitous Maritime by Jaco Miet-Nure, and Randall Thompson's Alleluia. The Westminster Concert Bell Choir, conducted by Kathleen Ebling Thorne, will present its spring concert on Sunday, April 28, 2007 at 4 p.m. in the Bristol Chapel on the Westminster campus. The program will focus on original works composed for handbells and arrangement of classics and hymn tunes. Westminster's Ensemble in Residence, Fuma Sakra, will present a concert entitled The Fallen City on Saturday, May 8th at 8 p.m. in Bristol Chapel on the Westminster campus. The program will consist of Lamentations by Matthias Weckman and Jan Dumas Zelenkia. Tickets for the events are $15 for adults and $10 for students, and seniors are available by calling the Westminster box office at 609-921-2663. Students, faculty, and staff receive one free ticket with a valid Rider ID. On Sunday, April 29th at 3 p.m. in the Playhouse on the Westminster campus, the Westminster Conservatory Youth Choral, conducted by Frank Abrahams, will present a concert entitled Compose, featuring works by Rider community members Provost Donald Stephen, Associate Dean Marshall Onofrio, and Westminster Senior Ryan Brookmacher. Tickets are $15 for adults and $10 for students and seniors, and are available by calling the Westminster box office. Students, faculty, and staff receive 1 free ticket with a valid rider ID. The Westminster Faculty Recital by soprano Faith Eshem on Sunday, May 6 at 7:30 p.m. in the Bristol Chapel on the Westminster campus has been postponed. It will be rescheduled shortly. Greek Week is an annual event on Riders campus where the fraternities and sororities will compete for the title of Greek Week champion. Chris Cox has the story.
Hi, I'm Chris Cox reporting from the Zeta Beta Tau Fraternity House on Fraternity Row. This week, fraternities and sororities competed in Greek Week with events like a lip sync, basketball, and Greek god and goddess. I'm here with ZBT President Matt Weinschecker. Hi, Matt.
Hey, Chris. How you doing?
Good. What was your favorite part of Greek Week so far?
Well, you know, all the events are a lot of fun, and I really like the way everybody gets involved. I think lip sync was probably the best team effort, but when it comes to the sports, I am kind of partial, and winning basketball has to be the highlight so far.
What do you think Greek Week does for the Greek community?
Oh, I think it's great for the Greek community. You know, it really brings everyone together, and it's really showing a sense of unity. And although the competition is, you know, kind of fierce, it is fun, and we all get involved. It's just a great week all around.
This is Chris Cox reporting from the Zeta Beta Tau fraternity.
Thanks, Chris. You can check out the Greek Week events throughout the week, and if you're interested in taking part of more fun activities like these Greeks, come to many Rush events in the fall semester. The month of April is Asian Heritage Month for Riders Campus. For a listing of these and other events, check out the calendar of events page on Riders' website at www.rider.edu. From all of us here at Channel 20, we would like to wish you a good luck with your finals and have a safe and fun summer.